Okay, so we are getting ready to look at the colograph assignment that we're going to be doing. Together, we'll look at this PowerPoint and talk about what the images look like. If you miss this meeting or don't see this video, then I have a video linked here that's really good, where she is probably going to do a better job than me at explaining what these look like. So part of your assignment is to look at this PowerPoint. For this, landscapes were great. Really any image will work for this. This is a figurative study. But as you can see on this slide here, what we're going to be doing is drawing onto the Matboard, and then you cut your shapes and peel them off. And then, that change in texture and depth is how the print is made. So on these prints, ink is wiped down onto the plate and into those nooks and crannies. So into the cuts and into the peeled parts that hold the ink. And then you lay wet paper on top and we roll it through Bertha and get it to print. In the unlikely event that we don't go back to school in person, I think that we will be on December 11th. But if not, you can print these by hand, which is why we're doing this particular method now. So if we have to print it at home, we can. So let me get started and show you sort of my process and how I begin. So if I had you in AP, I'm going to kind of turn this so that you're not looking so much at the side of my head. If you had me in AP, then you know that I'm into like topographical things and looking at landscapes from the sky. That's kind of like just what I'm interested in right now. And so I have a couple of images here that I haven't used yet. And I think I'm going to kind of go off of this image here, which is it's neighborhoods. And it might even be, if I look really close at it, it might even be a trailer park. I'm not really sure. It's not my photo, but I'm going to make some concessions to it. Obviously, it's going to be a print. So I'm pretty excited about it. So I've got my image that I'm looking at. The other things you're going to need are your printmaking pencil. You're going to need a sharp tool. Hopefully you have an X-Acto knife laying around. That'll make life a lot easier. But if not, I gave you a pink stylus to take home. This is a red one. But anything that will kind of stab down into the Matboard and then allow you to kind of peel your shapes. But X-Acto knife would be ideal. I'm going to show you two ways to transfer your image onto your plate: carbon paper, or you can just do your drawing with the printmaking pencil, the 6B pencil, and you'll be fine that way too. And then one of the things that I sent home with you was a piece of Matboard. It says colograph, peel, and taglio. So that's going to be our plate for this. And then you just need a piece of drawing paper. So I'm going to, for this, just going to sneak one out of my sketchbook and make it easier to use if I just have it separate. Set that to the side. So what we're doing right now is creating the drawing. And I'm going to trace around my plate so I know exactly how big it is. And then I'm going to do my drawing in the printmaking pencil or in the 6B pencil just to make sure that if I need to transfer it that way, I can. And, my design is fairly simple. It's an abstract. And so I don't really do a lot of initial work on the drawing. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So I'm looking at my image here. And I've got a nice circle here. Another road radiating out this way. And this kind of goes off the page. Note to self, snip this here so they don't get bored. I wonder what this is. It's like I don't know, lawn, green space. That's cool. I wonder what country this is. So the side without the writing on it, that's going to be the actual plate. I'll show you here. So just flip it over. Find the one that we made here recently that's called colograph peel and Talio. And I'm going to lay it face up the way I want it. And then if you have carbon paper, it should be that the logo goes up and the carbon paper goes down. I'm going to kind of feel around, make sure I got the right spot. And then you're supposed to use something like a ballpoint pen to transfer. So I'm pressing kind of hard there. Let's see if that's working. And it is. So carbon paper is one way. If you did not make it home with any carbon paper, or you can't find it in your OSH kit, then you should also be able to lay this on your plate and rub the back of it, which I'll go ahead and show you real quick what that looks like on the other side of the plate, just so I can keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, so it goes face down on the drawing, flip it over, take a spoon or something that you can use pressure with, and you just apply a lot of pressure. And any of the pencil lines will transfer onto the plate. So, I mean, I can see it. It's not as easy as the transfer paper, maybe, but it's carbon paper. There you go. Using this end, but it definitely works well. So you get the idea. And then I'm going to finish transferring this, and when I'm done, I will show you how to actually do the peeling and creating the plate. So that's just more about the drawing process. So we'll stop that there for now. And I'll make my next video.